Welcome back to Amnesia, Madhouse 3, The Last Madness, Part 4 at this point. So I think we now arrived in the manor of the Lipnitzes, right? Yeah. Ooh. Ah! Yeah, I remember this from, was it the thumbnails? On the ground floor by the stairs, there's a gilded statuette on the pedestal, but there's none on the second pedestal. Ah, okay. Makes sense. Matches. Oh, here as well, I guess.
In the basement, from when you just come, is first note.
Ah, okay. Okay, skull is missing. Ah, yeah, I missed it. Sebastian's diary for 1 out of 4. The Grand Master, or at least that is how he wished to be addressed, came to my first meeting today. He initiated me into his teachings. In them he glorifies strange forces that have nothing to do with the God of Christians. To have told something like that a few years ago, I would have dismissed him right away, but today's everything is different. My marriage to Inge is continuously falling apart and will not be saved even by a recently born son. She is extremely jealous and oppressive. The only way to save our marriage is to listen to her. Yet that is without a question not an option. The Grand Master's teachings proclaim love among the Orthodox. They praise each other and help each other. The Grand Master said I would no longer experience any problems and worries in his church because we are one big family. The problems of the individual are the problems of all. Therefore we will solve the problems as the family.
Yet another enlightened teaching that fills people with love. Interestingly, no one ever mentions how they will benefit from it.
That's actually good insight. Locked. I like that touch of cynicism because it's usually like that. You know, it's all tell how good it's gonna be, but never how people benefit from it. Hey, this is a sound from Phasmophobia. Very nice. Can you give us a sigh? Oh yeah, that's definitely a sign. Is this EMF level 5? Teddy bears. Huh. Interesting. Really felt I was in there. What the hell? Did this thing do that?
Oh.
No. sound like something over a radio. Oh no. Oh no. That's definitely some Phasmophobia shit right there. But a tool could. Okay. Let me guess, that's why I'm assembling a drill. Huh. What the hell are these sounds? They're so weird. So interesting. Some more kerosene. Oh! How dare you. I need to go through here, you know. Oh my. Oh. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like a ghoul. Okay. Okay, there's something here. Oh, it's the ghost lady. Hello. Hello. Oh my! Good one. Good one. Now this is phasmophobia shit right here. Help! Help! Nice touch. Oh.
Here is note.
Sorry?
Here is note.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hello.
Hello. Diary of Inge, 1 out of 4. So today I finally have everything. I'm Baroness from Lipnips. My life so far on a poor estate near Augsburg was worthless. Now I will finally live in a prominent city and I will not miss anything from my past. My amusement was the voyage to Wackersburg to see my friend Helene. Anyway, the silly woman, 4 years younger, soon stopped amusing me. And by the way, she was the one who introduced me to my husband. She was madly in love with him, but she was unlucky. I am pleased my husband let her rot in that repugnant Wackersburg. I'm now a true woman. I would like be it would be beneath my station to have anything to do with the provincial nobility. We will soon go to a honeymoon in Vienna. I'm already looking forward to the big enchanting city where the night never ends.
So Sebastian did not get much better than he took such a crafty bitch as his wife.
Oh wow. That was proclaimed quite strongly. More teddy bears. Seems there's something missing here as well. Okay, where was the door that couldn't be opened? Was that this one? No. Somewhere here, I think it was. Was it this one? Yeah, okay. Oh my. What the This is real good actually. El Diablo. Okay, Sebastian's died 2 out of 4. Today I had another quarrel with Inge. She scolded me, saying the Grand Master and our brothers in faith came to our house more often than they should. They said that I pay little attention to it and I'm preoccupied with my belief. Is that that hard to concede? I only long for love, of which she cannot give me enough. Or more specifically, she gives me an abundance. She steadily forces me into that love. And I am slowly progressing to the point where I had enough. Also, our little son died yesterday. In the afternoon, Inge and the maid bathed him. There was a dreadful cry that reverberated through the house. I ran to the first floor and saw what had happened. My wife secured the maid in the bathroom. When we unlocked the bathroom, I saw the water in the bathtub completely red with blood. And in the water lay our boy, lifeless. Inge yelled that it was the maid. A maid that it wasn't true, that she was innocent. God, that's horrifying.
One is obsessed with love for the other, and the other with some strange religion. And the result is a brutally murdered child.
Oh. Oh. Panic. When I heard that, I was like, oh, she's around. Just one checking. Okay. So, if it wasn't for me asking her to be in this custom story, what else would you have used for these scares, or wouldn't there be any scares here?
Probably there wouldn't be any scare event.
Oh.
But we decided to have horror things there.
Good. I like it. Diary of Inge 2 out of 4. Some time has passed since our wedding and now our son is born. The scream of the little freak kills my nerves. I pushed Sebastian a little to move the monster to another floor so we could get a good night's sleep. It also annoys me how Sebastian treats other women in society with excessive courtesy. Damn, he married me, so he had no need to look at another gentlewoman and kiss her hands. I did argue with him a few times about this problem. Since then, the disputes have been in the order of the day. I want him to comprehend that I am the only one in his life, and he could constantly put me first, especially with his favors.
I'm speechless. It no longer surprises me that in such an atmosphere, someone planned Herman's murder.
Mm-hmm. Oh. That's not good. What is that sound? What the hell? Sounds like a xenomorph from an alien. I don't know. Hello.
The sound for the monster are from Quiet Place.
Oh man, don't be like busy.
No, but if it's I won't. Oh my Jesus.
By the way, Sabatu is very proud for this.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
It's not an animation, it's literally 36 bathtubes.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
I activated one, deactivated the previous, and then...
It's quite interesting.
Oh, and by the way, can you imagine what will happen if we release Madhouse 3? Literally like a detective adventure, no scare events, no monsters. I would like to see the devils.
But you really went all out.
I love these flash sound effects from Rebirth.
Me too. It's amazing.
I think this level is very scary.
It is.
Yeah, this was supposed to be the most scary map in this whole custom story. But then there is 9 nodes.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about that.
I also heard a little bit of an phasmophobia sound in it. In the beginning. There was this humming.
The singing woman.
Yeah. I mean, that is also used in Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
That as well. I don't know if Phasmophobia took it from somewhere else, because I think what they also used is open source sounds and such. Sebastian's Diary 3 out of 4. Nothing keeps me in this boat anymore. My marriage is extinct, my boy is dead. Just today, our former mate has hanged for a crime. In addition, Herman still lives in isolation in his wing, and we did not see each other at all. I decided to give myself up entirely to a new faith in that I had found. I will break the bonds of my former life. I want to find the true meaning of my being. Earthly life is nothing to me. All ties and feelings for my wife are broken. When I told the Grand Master about this, he advised me to go and have my wife locked up in an asylum, where she belonged and should have been a long time ago. Yes, I will. Go to hell, you psychotic whore. So is that
yes,
the ghost?
Which undoubtedly deserve to go in a mental institute. And that is still a mild punishment for her. But people who don't care like Sebastian can be damn dangerous. When one has nothing to lose, then he despises not just any danger, but his own life, as well as the lives of the people around him.
Phasmophobia sounds everywhere. Nice. Oh, a gun. Yes, let's shoot people. Now it's gone. A rifle. It's a fake. God damn it.
I think it's a very original idea, this new items to inventory.
Yeah.
I can barely hear you. Nejseš skoro slyšet.
I have no clue what you said.
I said the same. I can barely hear him.
Yeah, that's always with Sonkist a bit, but I still can understand him. Diary of Inge 3 out of 4. I cannot do this anymore. I despise my son. I have to go outside, to the club at Marienplatz. Not listen to the endless cries. I want to be free and enjoy life to the fullest, not be an housemaid. I decided today. I will escort my son out of the world. I went to the apothecary in Rindermarkt and bought some arsenic, which I mix into the freak's milk. That damn arsenic isn't working fast enough, plus the little freak cries even more than before. Sebastian keeps sending for the most famous doctors around. However, they just shake their heads helplessly. Done. Today I bathed it. I left the maiden in the hallway and told her to wait there until I call her. I wanted to keep the freak's head underwater, but couldn't. So I took Sebastian's razor from a nearby table and slit his throat. A stream of blood rushed out from the water. Peeked down the hall and told the maid to follow me to the bathroom. When she saw the bloodied bathtub, she began to scream like she was out of her mind. I heard her down the hall, slammed the door, and locked it behind me. Then I started crying and counting for 8.
Unbelievable. So, Sebastian's wife is also a murderess. This diary is a clear evidence of this. I will hand it over to the authorities. Surely they will be interested. I don't care how big the scandal is.
It is secret.
You missed the secret.
Oh.
In the small room.
Okay. In this room. Is it really here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check and get a chair of some sorts. Oh wow. Okay, I'll come to that back later, yeah. Oh wow. Oh shit. Diary of Inge 4. Fortunately, everyone believed that our son's murder was a maid. They hanged her yesterday in Marienplatz, so I could watch her sway in the noose and dance the last dance in her life. I thought that was the end of it, but this morning Sebastian came to me with 2 assistants who finally dragged me down to this room, where they locked me up. Sebastian told me that his patient is depleted and were locked up in an asylum. Tomorrow they will come for me, load me into a carriage and take me to Osterseestein. How could he do this to me? I am his wife and a nobleman. I just wanted him to love me. I wanted to have a great husband, to live in a beautiful house, to go to the theater and sometimes travel in Vienna. To Vienna, Prague or Nuremberg. But I will show you who I am. I will regret this most of all, Sebastian. You betrayed me in the most disgusting way and I will never forgive you. The fault lies on our head of the so-called Grand Master. He warped Sebastian's mind and made a madman out of him. I wonder who this Grandmaster is. Even Sebastian doesn't know his true identity. None of us has ever seen him except with a mask on his face. Sometimes I went to Herman's wing to see his wife Ilse. She once revealed to me that Herman is said to know the true identity of the Grandmaster.
Would you look at that? So Herman knows the identity of the Grandmaster, which is also written in Sebastian's diary. I have to get to Herman's wing.
Sebastian's diary 4. It said that time heals all wounds, and I accept that. My wife has been away from home for some time. Some time ago, her departure certificate came to me from the Institute for the Mentally Ill in Osterseestein. According to the attached medical report, she died of an unexplained and highly contagious illness, which required her to be buried in Osterseestein grounds. I'm not sorry I didn't have to bury her in our family crypt in Dunkelstein, because I buried her in my mind a long time ago. Today the Grandmaster came to me again. He came through the sewers. Oh wow, okay, well, what an entrance. We have been practicing this for some time because we cannot afford to attract the unwelcome attention of curious people in the area. The Grand Master told me that something needed to be done for the Order. That means giving the Order a substantial financial contribution. He knows very well that Father handed over the entire property to us. I'll be happy to offer any financial contribution to the Order, but how can I do something like that when the greedy Herman is still locked away in his wing? My hands are tied because I cannot do anything with his knowledge and signature. Today the Grand Master returned. He said that my sibling must marry so I might inherit all the property and subsequently donate to our Order. He added that we must make sure that our Order flourishes. If it does not thrive, it may happen by pure chance that information begins to leak from its center. Just as how I had my wife locked up in a mental institution and I didn't have sufficient evidence to do so. People needed their mouths stuffed with money to keep their tongues from wagging. The Grand Master told me that he would come again the next day to plan the whole event.
Here is clear evidence that Sebastian and the mysterious Order is behind the murder of Herman. The murder was carried out by a man who was not from Dukenstein, but at the same time knew it well, and arrived at the castle with Sebastian. No one else could do it. And from the corpse hanging here, I think Sebastian paid for it with his life. I bet he gave the Order a proper backshish before, assuming he hadn't already transferred all his property to them. Anyway, I'm interested in Herman's wing now, as well as the sewers that the mysterious Grandmaster used to frequent.
Alrighty then. More teddy bears. Ah, okay. A lot of matches. 9 out of 15. Sebastian's old diary. I will never forget when my brother Herman and I traveled to Vienna to experience the world. Vienna is a vast city. Munich is just a village compared to it. Back then, the relationship between Herman and me was truly brotherly. It was a true bromance. Not as despicable as it is now. It is unbelievable that such a, in reality, slight disagreement caused the split among us. Sus! Sorry. As we were returning from Vienna, we were caught one night near Wackersburg Castle. We didn't want to go into an inn in Bad Tolz or Penzberg, so we knocked on the castle gate. When we said who we were accepted. The beauty of the castle took our breath away. We saw a technical miracle, such as an elevator in the enormous entrance hall of the castle, which can take a person to the gallery at a height of 20 meters in a minute. And it was in the castle where we met Count von Wackersburg, who also and also his lovely heiress Helene. Yes, Helene was very beautiful. Later, when my brother and I moved to our new manor in Munich, we met her at a ball and held at our new home to welcome our old friends to make new ones. We invited the entirety of Munich upper class, as well as the nobles from the area. Since that ball, Helene has often sought my company under various pretexts. I understood she had fallen in love with me. We had dates in Marienplatz numerous times. I even visited her at Wackersburg about 3 times. But soon I stopped enjoying it all. She was too naive and dreamy. I cut off all contact with her and began to forget everything. But another problem was my brother Herman. On the contrary, he fell madly in love with her. He was plagued with her. Sadly for him, she did not share his affections. Out of jealousy, he began to hate me. He later tried to forget his sorrowful love and soon married Ilse, the daughter of the sharecropper from Stuttgart. He then moved into one of the wings with her and several mates. He only goes out through the side entrance, so he doesn't have to meet me. And so it is between us to this day. Sebastian von Lipnitz.
What do we have here? At least I know why the two brothers hate each other so much.
I think this is the last long note in this mode.
I was
don't think
enjoying
there
them
is
so
anything
much.
long.
Gimme those. One fell on the ground. Okay, I got them all. I think it was somewhere upstairs. Oh. Go all around. I know that, teddy bears. Okay, we got to Hammond's wing. So Sebastian is dead and science forever. Now I head to Hammond's wing. Hammond, who previously decided to live in voluntary isolation from the rest of the mansion with his wife and several servants. According to Inge's remark, Hammond seemed to know the true identity of the Grandmaster of that strange order. Maybe that was the real reason he had to die. Alright. Oh. Mr. Suit. Oh. You upset? Oh, he's gone. Let's do that. It's Mr. Ghoul, I think. There's nothing I can pick up here, apparently. You here? Oh wow. There's a cup here as well. I saw this then. Oh, I see. Ah, kom. To make sure I can get up here. Somebody's whispering. Let me see. Oh god. What do we have here? Ah, it magically fits in place. Wow.
This is for the first time I used the sticky area for this. I never used it because I never knew how it works.
Ah, okay.
And it's literally an area where you put the name of the entity. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Aha. Be gone. There's no hammer. Come on. You can do it.
You can do it.
Maybe from the other side is a bit better. Oh, maybe not. There we are. Let me just take this one there. Just to be sure. Oh, it's not gonna do much. Oh! Oh wow. Just back at the beginning. Alright then. No, nothing. Oh. Maybe. Huh.
You should be able to move the crate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah.
Be gone. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh. Okay.
If you would use the hammer, the player will told you the wood is too hard.
It's some.
Or the hammer is too weak, I'm not sure.
Okay. It's some really hard wood, huh?
Yeah.
What the hell is this thing here? Mr. Ghoul, if I think it is a ghoul. Art thou hier? Damn you ghosts! Cheers. Helena from Wakkensburg. Oh, that's Helena, huh? I'm sure somebody sat down here and beat the meat on that. I think that was me.
You missed the secret. Go back.
Always, I miss always the secret.
In this area.
Yeah, I know, I can't move that. Okay. Oh, I see. Let's see. Let's see, 9 out of... I already had a 9 one. Huh? Hold up.
Poor people.
Sorry.
It is unbelievable how unfortunate fate can turn people's lives into purgatory.
Purgatory. If... The 2 secret notes, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 15. Oh. I think this is 10 out of 15. Ilse's note. I love Herman more than my life. I look with understanding on his obsession with his old love Helena from Wakkensburg. Herman behaves like a devoted husband, but the thought is gnawing at me whether he really does love Helene and just pretends to love me. I'm going to have to come to terms with this. Herman has been under great stress recently. He can't sit still long before he starts pacing and thinking about something. It was as if he were terrified of something, as if it were crushing his chest with ferocity of a bear. Because I sometimes witness how hard he breathes, he can hardly catch his breath without considerable strain. Today he asked me if I would like to live in his castle Dunkelstein, which lies near the Bavarian-Swiss border. I agreed because I love him so much that I would go to the ends of the earth with him, Ilse.
Just tiny error.
So what?
The secret notes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and again 6. Where's 7? And where's 8? I did have them.
Okay, I'm gonna fix this.
Hmm? Okay, this is then 7. Where's the 8? Ah well.
The 8 was in the last map. The longest one. Behind the wall.
Ah, you mean this one?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
this is 8.
Ah, okay, makes sense, makes sense. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9. Okay, makes sense. Oh, that is not good. Be gone. Oh, it's Mr. Brute. Okay. The arch nemesis of Basically.
Because the ghoul was still broken.
Yeah.
The AI.
Oh, that's not good. What you gonna do? Go away. Ah, great. He seems to be somewhere else. Oh, it.
By the way, in this room you may find some hidden passage. So don't leave, please.
Hey. Okay. Herman's note.
Oh. Okay. I thought the secret was the longest, but okay.
This is the longest. My pathetic fate is taking on truly enormous proportions. Not only did the woman I loved first not return my feelings, but on the contrary, took my damn brother. I'm now plagued by bad luck at every turn. Although I recently married my wonderful Elise, after my brother, the wounds in my shattered heart have not been yet restored. And they probably never will. My wife knows all of this, and yet she accepts my suffering with the kind knowledge that only a loving woman is capable of. I understood that my brother wanted to kill my wife and me because he wanted to be the remaining heir of our property. Besides, I am a feeling that after my death, the villain Baron from Birkenstein, who now calls himself the Grandmaster, oh, okay, it's Baron from Birkenstein, and whose influence my scumbag brother is now grazing. I know the poor man better than my brother, and I know that he is capable, what he is capable of. He abandoned his property, and had his wife stripped of her rights, and imprisoned her in Ostersheim insane asylum. He first sold his castle Blutenberg to the state years ago, keeping only a small separate wing as our residence. In the rest of the castle, an institute for the mentally ill was established instead of the original small and unsuitable building in Munich. When he married Stefania, she thought him as a dowry a beautiful estate in Eching, north of Munich. And since he needed to hold this estate firmly in his hands and not share it with anyone, he had his wife cut off from the inheritance. He then sold the manor and wasted the money again thanks to his wild desires, alcohol, betting and other gambling, and of course horse. He retreated to his apartment in Blutenberg and has been living alone in asylum ever since. He used to know his wife very well, whom he cut off from any inheritance. Stefania and I were good friends who were always able to find common ground in social salons and clubs, and we were a little more trusting. As is the case with good friends. At the weaker moment, she confided to me that her husband was the Grandmaster about whom she had been whispering in the silence of Munich for some time. She later told me that she had told her husband that she had confided in me. She said that in his anger, as they clashed with each other, perhaps threatening him. He said he was said to be angry that he pronounced he would kill me. That's why I fear for my life. I am convinced that he and my brother are plotting to escort me out of the world. He could climb into our house at any moment. Lately he'd been walking down the sewers from Bluterburg like a grimy highwayman. I'm worried not only about myself but also my wife. I'm leaving for our father's home in Dunkelstein tomorrow. I'll tell him everything, and maybe we'll find a common solution to my predicament. Maybe I'll agree with him that I will move to Dunkelstein with my Elise. Anyway, the whole city can burn to the ground with this manor and my brother in it. Hermann von Lipnitz.
So, von Birkenstein is the Grand Master of that mysterious order. Now everything is starting to come to light, and soon the villain will be forced to come out of the shadows. Besides, he had his wife locked up in a mental institution, as did Sebastian. What a strange coincidence. I wonder how high this plot leads and who else is a part of it. I'm starting to play with fire, but I don't care. Anyway, I'm done here. I will immediately go to Blutenberg to confront the Baron. It's best if I take the sewers like that bastard.
Okay.
When I was little, I liked to climb into the sewers and
Really?
explore them all. So I know them like the back of my hand. So, I have no idea where the entrance is from this house.
Who likes to explore sewers?
Normally I wouldn't stop the player, but this time there is a script event and I need him to not to speak. Simple.
Okay.
And don't forget for secret passage here.
Yeah, I wasn't. Oh wow, what's this?
The puzzles are too difficult.
I'm sure not the point.
Madhouse one.
Ah, yeah, it's about the
I
puzzles.
will never forget about that video.
Yes.
Yeah,
Literally almost died hearing.
I remember that as well. That was hilarious. Because it was after the first Madhouse, right? I think it was in...
Yeah. It was the first Madhouse and you play it after the drama already started.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice one. Truth be told, it was better than I expected. I almost forgot about it myself. That...
Palas once told me he thought since it was a Madhouse, then it will be joke mode. Because normally you wouldn't say it's Madhouse, like you will say Mental Asylum or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting, yeah. Very nice. Oh no. Oh, this is scripted event.
And imagine a player keep talking and talking.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense, yeah. Oh yeah, that makes
He
sense.
passed out and he will be still talking.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense because sometimes, even I do that sometimes when there is like this narration going on, I sometimes just walk around a bit, you know. The Grand Master of this mysterious order is Baron Friedrich von Birkenstein, a well-known scoundrel, lover of gambling, and a courtesan. For every two evils that take place in Munich, his dirty fingerprints can be found on one. It's undoubtedly he who had organized the assassination of the Lipnitz brothers.